What's up, guys? Michael here with Valencia Fan TV, breaking down La Liga Santander, match day 31. Definitely one of the most interesting weeks of the year. We have battles for Europe, battles to avoid relegation. Of course, our beloved Valencia is in one of those themselves, but let's get right to it. I think the first matchup of the week is going to surprise some people. We have Real Madrid visiting Girona. I think a lot of people might think Real Madrid's just going to kind of walk away with this one with an easy 3 points, but I don't think that's the case. Girona's been in some solid form this year. They're in 11th place. They're not in any relegation battles. They're probably not going to make Europe unless they have an incredible run. But over the last 5 weeks, Girona's only lost one game, and they've won two of those. That's actually better form recently than Real Madrid. I think Girona gets a 1-0 early lead, and I think Karim Benzema saves the day for Real Madrid, and Real Madrid is lucky to walk away with a 1-1 draw and a hard-fought point. The second matchup of Tuesday and of the week is going to be Osasuna visiting Cadiz. Obviously, from a Valencia perspective, we want Cadiz to lose. Cadiz is really fighting for relegation with us. But I think Osasuna is going to come in with some good form here. Osasuna has won two of the last three games. I think they have enough to actually pull out the victory, and they're going to win this one 2-1, even though they're going to be on the road at Cadiz. Probably the matchup of the week, we have Real Sociedad visiting Real Betis, and this is really going to be the matchup that determines Champions League for La Liga. So Real Sociedad is currently sitting in fourth. They're actually 6 points up on Betis. If they can get a win here or even a draw, they're probably going to secure that Champions League spot, which is crucial for Sociedad. They're a club that's shown a lot of ambition over the last couple of years, and actually with Sevilla kind of falling away this year, they're in great position to actually finally pick up that Champions League spot. And from the city of Seville as well, we have Real Betis. They're doing really good this year. They're in fifth place, and if they get a win here, they're right there for a shot at Champions League as well. Surprisingly, I think we actually have one of the most interesting matchups of the year here as Almeria go to Madrid to face Getafe. This is actually a relegation six-pointer. Almeria is in 17th, 1 point back of Getafe, who's in 16th place. Neither of these teams have actually been in great form recently. That's not surprising for teams in the relegation battle, but I think Getafe has enough here to get a 2-1 victory at home in front of their home supporters. Another interesting matchup we have, actually kind of on the opposite side of the table, is Mallorca going into Atletico Madrid. Both these teams are flying pretty high. They're in great form despite Atletico Madrid's recent loss to Barcelona. I think this game can really go either way, but I do think the home side picks this up 2-1 and Atletico Madrid takes the full 3 points here. Next, we have champions in weight, Barcelona going into Rayo Vallecano. Rayo Vallecano has actually surprised a lot of people this year. They've been in some really solid form. I think they sit in ninth place in the table. It's going to be a tough battle for sure. Barcelona, obviously, they've been amazing defensively, but they've really struggled to score goals at times. I can see this being a draw, but ultimately, I think Robert Lewandowski kind of breaks his goal scoring drought and puts Barcelona ahead here to take a 2-1 victory. Elche is going into Celta Vigo. Definitely not one of the blockbuster matchups of the week. Elche's been really poor this year. I think Celta Vigo has enough to easily secure the 3 points at home. Next, we have Villarreal hosting Espanyol. The table might tell you that Villarreal should easily get 3 points here. I actually am going to pick an upset for Espanyol. Kind of breaks my heart as a Valencia fan to say this, but Villarreal has been in some poor form recently. They lost two games in a row. I think Espanyol fighting for relegation is going to be enough to get this victory. Moving on to the match of the week from my perspective, Valencia hosting Valladolid. This is a massive game for Valencia and really a pretty important game for Valladolid as well. Valladolid is currently sitting 5 points ahead of Valencia. If they get a win, they're probably going to be safe for the year, but I think Valencia hosting this game is going to have enough to get a 2-0 victory. Edison Cavani is going to finally come through, break some of his goal scoring drought, and put Valencia on top and secure the 3 points for Los Che, Amut Valencia. And then finally, our last matchup of the week is going to be Athletic Club hosting Sevilla. Definitely one of the bigger name matchups of the week. I think Athletic Club, in front of the home support, is going to get this done. They're probably the hottest team in La Liga right now. They've got 13 points out of the last 5 games, so definitely kicking butt, and they can actually probably make a push into Europe if they keep this form up. They've really been that hot. And Sevilla, they're probably the most confusing team in La Liga. They started out really poor. They picked up some form recently. They haven't particularly played well, but they're actually getting results, which goes a long way, I think, to speak about their carrier. But let me know, guys, what prediction did I get wrong on this one? What do you guys think is going to happen for us in match day 31? Probably one of the most interesting and most crucial match days of the year.